Hey y'all, it's Dr. Melanie Petro, and we are looking at floors. So I am so excited to be moving in our new place. And like anything, the best part is kind of towards the end when you have a really good idea of how things are going to look. As you might have guessed, I'm incredibly particular. And luckily, I have other people that are particular around me because that's the only way to do it. We have these beautiful floors. I think you can see. Isn't that beautiful? It's glitter epoxy. It's like the one thing you see on Pinterest that somebody can actually do. Somebody very good. And they're all different kinds of it. There's the like 10% epoxy, 30%. Look at this one. Wait, isn't that pretty? I'm obsessed with them. I love glitter. And I'm super excited to show them to you. A lot of y'all, so y'all tell me your favorite, like the 1, 2, or 3. Be great. And a lot of y'all been asking about my Botox, if it ever straightened out. Well, it did. And so if you see when I raise, it's pretty even. Which this side's always a little bit, this side's reversed. This side's always a little bit lower for me, and I do my best to try to make it as even as I can. I also do my neck, which I love. It's a feeling, and it feels really good. I did around my eyes, and I did there. I like a little bit of movement. In this case, I definitely am at a little bit. So it's interesting to see so many people that don't understand the forehead. And so I thought today I would talk to you about what the forehead does. Because, sorry, I have to find a color that matches. So the forehead, this is something that's just chronically confused for good reason. So the forehead makes the lines that go across. Like this. And inevitably there's a line here and a line here. And those are the low, in some people, and those are the lower lines. So the forehead muscle goes, its action is to lift. It is the only elevator. So it's supposed to be lifting your brows up. So when you weaken it, almost always you're going to feel lower, or you're going to feel like you can't, at least for a week or so. It can be a tricky place to do because you want to micro manipulate the muscles so that so that you're weakening maybe the central parts of it. And that's where you can use, I'll make my Botox green. So there's an old-fashioned way of doing it where you just make this B. And what that does is make it to where you're avoiding this. People call it a cat eye, which I kind of like that. And when you avoid that part and you weaken the part in the middle, then you get some lift on the sides. But if you have a little bit of that muscle that's right there, that's when you get that parenthesis. And it accentuates it. And the reason it accentuates it is you have more muscle juice, or acetylcholine, which is what makes the muscle go. You have more of that in there, and when you have more of that in there, it goes to the places where the receptors aren't blocked. So this kind of creates that old school look like that, which really isn't in anymore. Some people still like an arch. We can do it. But some people don't like an arch. I'm one of the some. Because now I got that off. I was trying to do it sideways. But if this is the only muscle, so this is a very old pattern, and you can see when some people swear there's no muscle up here, but you see people where they have a shelf right there. It's, if you watch the news, you'll see a lot of these people. I don't know why you can't be a news anchor and have good Botox, but you cannot. It seems to be, maybe they all go to the same person. As for life of me, cannot figure that out, because if I owned a news station, that would be the first thing I would fix, because it's really distracting. You're trying to hear about the weather, and they're up there going, anyway, kind of weird, kind of like, so this can make a shelf, and if you see that, it's because there wasn't done enough. So people don't, the long and short of it is people don't follow a book. They never look. The muscles are not going to be like they are in a book. So you look at people and you really can map out and plan how you want someone to look, how they want the shape of their brows to be, and you can just put it in these very specific places in a very specific, precise way, and you can get results that you couldn't get if you just made a V or stuck with a cat eye. So people really do want different things. Some people want to keep one brow that goes higher so that they can look at their kid. Like, never really helped in my parenting experience, but I can't do it either, so maybe that's the problem. But some people want to keep that. Some people don't really care if they have lines in their forehead, and that's great because you can get even more lift by weakening these muscles and these muscles. Some people have had Bell's palsy, and I may put it on one side, and it actually can help. You can help lift the other side and make a big difference. So there are lots of ways to do it. Nothing's normal, but nothing's really run-of-the-mill, especially when it comes to your face, but especially when it comes to your forehead, because there are all kinds of ways to create lift and smooth, sometimes without even affecting the muscle by going very superficially. So I just think it's interesting when people come from other places and they have no idea that you have this much control, or you can be so specific in how you do things. And you can. And that's one of the amazing things about it. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it artistic. That's what keeps it from being boring as hell, because everyone's different. So I hope y'all have a great day and love your forehead.